Hi there, how are you doing? Amanda Ambles here. I've just been ambling on the beach and rambling as I do, and the title of today's video is Don't Let Them Steal Your Joy. And basically I'm re-recording it because it was just so windy on the beach. My hair was just so strewn everywhere and dishevelled, and yeah, it was just all a bit too full on. So I'm just sitting at the picnic table now, just talking. So basically it was all about how it's really important that we don't give our joy away, and that can be very challenging. As I said, a lot of us are facing adversity in this way or that way, different ways, and as you know, I've been on this kind of grieving journey for the last week over my beautiful greyhound. But something really lovely happened this morning, and it really got me thinking about kindness and joy and peace of mind, and where we put our energies. So, as some of you may know, that last Tuesday, the Tuesday before last, I was talking in the council meeting, and they completely omitted the public participants, and I was one of them. And so I immediately just kind of went into like shock at first, and then a bit of anger, and then kind of like, kind of disgust actually. But at the end of the day, if they steal your joy, then they've kind of won. So even though, some people describe it as a battle, but I would prefer to see it a bit more as a challenge. It's a challenge to me. So, the other thing is that, these things can upset us, and they can kind of like, make us feel a little bit deflated, and a little bit sort of like, a bit down in the dumps. But the thing is, it also, everything that we get shown in life, there's some reason why we've been shown that. And so this morning I had a really nice encounter. Believe it or not, it was in Timpson's shoes and key cutting place over near Sainsbury's. And the guy in there, I just started telling him all about what had happened with Magic, losing Magic suddenly, and the cost of the vets and things. Normally I don't say my hard sob stories to people, but he basically gave me £10 of stuff for free and said, oh, I'm a real sucker for those kinds of things. And then he started telling me about how Timpson, the owner of this company, and obviously it's, a national company, what a kind person he is, and how he's worked for him for 12 years. And, it's like, it just got me thinking how, if one business owner is not sort of greedy and, and nasty to his staff, then, that has a knock-on effect with the customers and everything else. And then he ends up being rich, with the kindness being the new currency. He is rich in kindness, and how important that is. So, I guess instead of letting the external steal our joy, because essentially I feel that we are shining bright lights, gems, that's what people really are. Where we come from the light, we come from oneness, I believe, and then when we pass over, we go back to the light and back to oneness. So if they are stealing our joy, the council or whoever it is, events going on in the news, bigger events, then basically they've won, they've stolen our joy. But if we can reclaim our joy and the things that we have around us every day, the small things, and it was weird because I was having that thought this morning, and then it attracted in that really nice experience. And random acts of kindness can be a really good thing, just really random things that we do. Some people do it maybe once a week. I try and do it most days if I can, even if it's something really small. I work for the community fridge here in Glastonbury. I volunteer, and it was really good last Friday, raising a bit of money for the fridge as well. And it enriches your life if you can do good for others. So Don't let them steal your joy, and reclaim your joy. Reclaim your joy, your peace of mind, and your happiness. And if they are stealing your joy a bit, try to get a balance in life. I mean, I'm sorry that my last video I was absolutely heartbroken, but I like to be real with you. I think it's really important that we keep it real, that we stay real, that we are authentic, that we are, our emotional selves. Have a run, Crazy. Have a little run in the sun. Come on, Moose. Come on. A nice one, baby. Wow. Are you all right? Being an HSP, I don't really like spontaneity, and this past week has been quite challenging in the way that quite a lot of people are always messaging me or wanting my time or energy or something, and being a grassroots campaigner can be a really full-on thing. But this last week I've just been sitting back and watching the dynamics of other people, the dramas playing out. And it's been quite interesting actually as well. Sometimes it is good just to be diplomatic and to pull back, not to rush in. And then when you can see dramas and things like that and conflict from the outside, from if you're sitting on the shore of peace and then you can see that storm going on over there, it's really good to be aware of that and to bring it back to joy, oneness, peace and love. Lots of love to you. Bye for now.